Hey everybody, John Kirby here. Well, it's the month of June and it's time for our regular monthly stats update for the real estate market. But before I get started with that, I want to take a moment and we're going to talk about, we're midway through 2018. So what are things looking like coming up to this point and moving forward? So as far as how the market's been doing, from a national perspective, things are looking really good, as a result of things in the stock market that are going well, and tax cuts have obviously helped businesses to start hiring, and even more, in fact, they're having trouble finding workers because unemployment is so low right now. So there's lots of jobs to be had out there, which is good for the economy. Now, the one negative is the bond market is definitely in flux because the Fed is involved with that. And what's happening with what the Fed's doing is they're selling off bonds, and it's causing interest rates to start to rise. And that's why we've been seeing interest rates go up this past year. And as a result, interest rates are starting to approach that 5% mark. They haven't reached that yet, but in some cases they may, but the reality is the average is still below 5%. Now, moving forward, what does all this mean? Well, the Fed has said they're going to increase interest rates over the next, several times that they have to do that. So we're looking at interest rates continuing to rise. Now, the employment market is still great, especially here in the DFW area. In fact, we have seen here in DFW the largest employment change out of all the metro areas in the country. We have the largest growth that is happening in the nation. This is good for us. And from a real estate perspective, it's fantastic because we have a lot of people who are moving here. So that means that we have more and more people looking for homes when they come here. They may be renting when they first get here, or they may be buying. But that means that the market is still there. There's lots of buyers. And the problem we have is we have more buyers than we do listings right now. So as a result, the market is still a little tense and a little tight. And in some areas, we're seeing really low inventories, and in some areas we're seeing a little more inventory. Again, it's going to depend on the price point too, like I've been talking about all this year. Now, interest rates are going up, but compared to how they were, say, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, we are so much better. Obviously, everybody really wants that really low interest rate that we've had for the last 5 years. Well, those are starting to go away right now. So if you want to take advantage of buying a home at the lower interest rates, now is the time, because they're going to keep going up. There is no avoiding that. So the sooner you want to lock in a rate, the better off you're going to be. Now, let's talk a little bit about the market in general right now. So for the month of May, I'll start off with the cities here. Allen has an average of about 2.56 months of inventory. So it's gone up a little bit. Average days on market's 34 right now. Celina, just to give you an idea, this one's 5.34 months of inventory. And you're talking about 79 days on the market. So a very different market up in Celina. Now, a lot of the homes that are up there are in a little bit of a higher price point, and that's having an impact there too. Let's look at Frisco, 3.39 months of inventory and about 48 days on the market. So still a very good market going on. If you look down at the 300 to 400,000 price point, you're talking 1.88 months of inventory. So again, you get more granular. The numbers look a little different, but on the average is what I'm giving you right now. McKinney is really interesting. McKinney has 2.15 months of inventory average right now. So let's look at $300,000 to $400,000 homes. That's 2 months of inventory. You get into the $200,000 to $300,000 amount. That's 1 month of inventory. There's hardly any inventory. There's no listings available there. Average number of days on the market's 49. So there's a lot of buyers who are really looking in McKinney as well, but there's not a whole lot of inventory in those lower price points. You get into the higher price points, and there's definitely plenty of inventory. You get to Plano, for example, they have 1.88 months of inventory. It's even smaller there with 24 days on the market. So Plano is a really hot market right now. And then finally, Prosper, to give you a complete opposite of what's going on here, you're talking an average of 3.98 months of inventory, about 4 months of inventory with 83 days on the market, with the majority of the homes that are available are going to be above the $400,000 mark in Prosper. So that's where we see a very big difference in some of these markets. The higher the price point, the more the homes are sitting. Now, what does this mean for you as a buyer or a seller? Well, as a buyer, that means there are deals to be had. You may just have to look around to find the specific ones you're wanting, because some areas are going to have listings available and others are not. So it depends on your price point and what you're really looking for. As a seller, does this mean that I can't sell my house? No, that does not mean you can't sell your house. It does mean that if you're in one of these pockets where homes are sitting longer, it's important to price your home right. If you don't price it correctly, you will sit longer or even longer than the average. So pricing your home is really important if you're going to be selling your home. That's something that I help you with. And as a buyer, that's something I can help you target the right areas so you can find the right home for you in the right area to live in. So anyway, this is what's going on in the market. I think things are looking great for the rest of the year. And really, I think for 2019, we're looking really good too. So the market's solid. DFW, compared to the rest of the country, it's one of the best areas to live in right now. We are in the top 10 of the fastest growing counties in the nation. And it continues to improve every year. So we are actually looking really good as far as the real estate market's concerned. So if you've got a question, I'm here to help. So shoot me an email. You can get a hold of me at the email that I show you here on the screen. You can also give me a call, and I'll be happy to answer any questions you've got about real estate, or if you just want to chat and see what I think about what's going on in your situation. I'd be happy to help you there. You can go to social media as well, and you can find us out there on social media, on Facebook, on Instagram. We're out on YouTube, which is where this is at as well, and you'll get the latest information from us there too. You can also go to our website. And our website will allow you to go out there and search for homes in the area, and you'll have a direct connect with me, and you can contact me, and I can help you go see those homes that you're interested in. Anyway, I hope you're having a great summer. It's getting hot out there, and I'm trying to stay cool. I know my family's trying to stay cool. Get out to the pool when you can, and enjoy the hot summer while we've got the heat before winter comes back. We'll talk to you again soon. We'll talk to you and have a happy 4th of July. We'll talk to you somewhere around mid-July.